Alrighty, I have a 18-inch Versamatic. Says that the brushes smell burnt. So I'm gonna open it up, check it out. I didn't plug it up yet. I'll take a look at it real quick, just look. So these turn all right, but the 18-inch models here have a really bad history of hair getting caught inside here. It finds its way down to here and gets inside the crevice here. And then, let's see if I've got one I can show you. So this piece snaps inside here just like this. They're removable. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find just these parts because the beater bar is not actually damaged. It's just the end piece. And what happens is you've got, you can't really see it that well, but the hair finds its way inside there. And the only really way to get in there and get that out, it's impacted, is to pull that bearing off, which I've tried mostly unsuccessfully to do that. I've been able to get some of them off. It's getting them back on. Sometimes it can be a problem. And then even when you go through all that, you've damaged the plastic that's around here. You've also, once you dig the hair out, there's so much friction that happens right here. And like, I'm having a hard time turning this bearing. This should be pretty free to move. It gets so much friction, it builds up. It actually melts the hair, and then it melts the plastic on the inside. And so you end up just tearing the whole thing to pieces. It's kind of a waste, but I end up having to replace this whole piece. Fortunately here, this seems like it's moving pretty well. Way too much hair on that brush. So my guess is this is used on a girl's floor. With all the hair that's on there. Okie dokie. I don't know if it's easy or if I've just fixed them enough, but these machines, these Versamatics, are really fairly simple to repair. It's not a whole lot to them. That's upside down. Not even sure how that's even staying. That's supposed to be flipped up so the other way. I have a feeling, so I'm not telling on anybody, but my job here is to just repair the house, keep it equipped. Sometimes other individuals will get a screwdriver and do this themselves, because if you notice there's one screw that's missing. More than likely someone's taken that off, and that's popped off pretty easily, and they've put it back in upside down. It just defeats the point of this thing here. It's supposed to open up so that you can clear out a clog, but the way they've got it turned, you can't pull it up without it breaking. So we'll fix that too. yucky dirties. This is why I wear gloves half the time. I don't know. I mean, I know it's just hair, but I don't know what that is. Not supposed to be there. So this is supposed to set like this. A little spring action piece here. So once that piece gets put back in place, you can open it up. You can clear out a clog that's sitting right there. So that's how that's supposed to go on. Okay. 1, 2, 3. These new models actually come off pretty easy. Some of the old blue ones, they didn't, the rubber piece that goes around front, if you didn't put it in right, whoops, this plastic piece wouldn't want to sit inside there. These are pretty easy because they actually have their own tabs now. They go down inside here in these little grooves. Don't want to lose our spring. Okay, so they're saying that it's burning. Everything is moving very nicely. I don't see any issue at all. At least not with the head. Yep. There's a little bit of play right there. I'll just take it off. I got it open up. Let me look at it anyway, just to make sure. See, and there's another screw that's missing. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible that I have screwed that up. Would be the first time. So there's one missing here, and there's one missing here. There should be another screw here and here. Okay. Well, now this one takes a special screw, which I don't understand the logic behind it. Why you'd put Phillips everywhere else, and then on the inside you would run with this one. I guess I've got this one set somewhere. It's slightly too loose. I bet it's sitting here on the table somewhere. No, we're going to use that one anyway. Was that it? Yep, there it is. See, told you I had it. That should slide straight off. I don't understand why it's not. There we go. So that's moving pretty good. See what I mean? This is definitely a design flaw. It only happens with the 18-inch models. Never had this issue with the 14-inch models. Fortunately, this one's still, well, okay, so there's the burning smell. Makes sense. So this bearing here, let me grab pliers here. So this bearing is not actually spinning. Like it's not. My pliers are just not even turning. They're just sliding on the metal. Grab these channel locks here and see if I can get it to move. Yeah, I can barely get it to move, you see now. I gotta really get on it. Okay. Oh yeah, see. What am I getting here? See, this is hair. This is hair that, yeah, this is hair that's actually, I can't tell if it's plastic or hair. It looks like hair that basically has just fused together with the plastic. Let me see if I can get it. Sorry for the chatter in the back, it's the work radio. Oh yeah, yeah, see, so that's the burning smell they're getting. It's getting the hair and then the plastic together. So, I mean, I've tried to dig this stuff out before. Sometimes if I can catch it before it begins to fuse together, I can pull some of it out and buy some time. But, so that's where we're at now. So basically on the other side of that, you can see the bearing is supposed to sit down right inside of here. And then this thing is all full of hair as well. It's also not smooth inside there anymore. I might be able to get a new bearing to set inside there, but more than likely that plastic, this piece here is done with too. It just gets so hot, you know, in between there. And it's supposed to, you know, spin like this right here. So, let me look real quick. I don't think I have another one. Ooh, maybe I got lucky. Yeah. Yeah, sweet. So it's very frustrating, and I don't know if anybody else is kind of curious if they've got a solution for this, but Windsor does not sell these individual pieces. So in other words, I can pop this out, you know, I can pop this out and this is what I'm going to get. It's just a little tab right there. You just take a screwdriver and you pop it and it will slide out. You just put the new one in. But since they don't sell these individually, which would be great, I have to buy the whole bar with the entire assembly on there. And I'm not a tree hugger by any stretch of the imagination, but this is such a waste because the bar from here works fine. And basically I just end up having to throw this in the trash. Brand new, unused bar, just to basically get that part right there. On a machine that it happens all the time. And again, it's cheaper for me to get the shorter one, you know, the 14-inch, if I'm going to do that all the time. I don't know, that's kind of where we're at with the state of that. And like I said, it's only the 18-inch models that do it. I've never had a problem with 14-inch models. So there we go. What we're going to do is we're just going to side, and we're going to give them a new brush anyway. Ugh. It's actually not that bad. Actually, it bothers me more that the like, I know that this dust is not just dust; it's also dead skin cells. Other debris. bodily, not really fluids, but so it does kind of wig me out a little bit. All right, so we're gonna pop that off. Now, the big question is, I haven't had my recent supply. I don't know that I've got any more of these. I may end up having to cut that out the best I can. Give me a second. Let me look over here in my stash of parts. Nope. So, let's see if we can clean this out. Be right back. Okay, got it. Actually didn't take too bad. Alright, so we're just going to slide this back in here. Sometimes it's easier to do it this way so I can guide it down. Wrap our belt, and then it's got a little groove it's going to sit inside of, so tight there. And I like to go ahead and put these on just so that things don't move. So we got hair everywhere. Now I'm sure I've worked on something in the past and I've got an extra screw laying around somewhere that will fit that. Let me go look real quick. All right, there's one. And that's actually from one of these. I try to hang on to these. I got a couple of these machines that someone has decided to suck up water. So I had to scrap the machine. All right, let me go find another one. Okay, found a black one here. That should work. So this one, gotta line that bearing up just right. Slide in the grooves, and then we gotta line that bearing up. And it should just go in. Actually, it's already in. See, I don't like that at all. That's going to be noisy. That is going to be noisy. Well, we'll put it back together. Worst case scenario, I'll end up having to replace this piece right here because it should fit tight now. If you can see it, it's moving too much. Once it gets going really fast, it's going to be loud. So either way, we'll put it all back together again. I don't have any with me today, so should have some by Tuesday, but at least you can see how we put all this back together again. This screw technically fits on an Armada, which is made by the same company. But the screw does look a little bit slightly bigger. That's fine. We're not going to torque it too bad. All right. I'm going to put our little guard on here. Am I upside down? I'm backwards. Yep. Get some of that fuzzy out of there. And you just slide in the groove like that. I'm going to take a top. And I always forget this, so let's not forget it this time. There's a button inside there. Line all of our stuff up. We're going to have to push this button as we press it down. Everything should be nice and even. You should see a nice, no gaps right there. Okay. And flip it over. Drop our larger screws inside there. It holds the main body together. We'll put our debris cover thing in place. One more big one here. Put the small one back over here. I'm not really terribly concerned about that. It's not that. These are the ones that do the work because they hold the bottom and the top pieces together. These two here on my left are really just there to hold this plate in place, which it's slightly important to have at least one of them in there. You don't have to have both of them, but as you're on the carpet and things are going this way, you know, when you're going forward, if you ever catch anything, it'll pull up like that right there. Actually wasn't too bad of a repair. I've done these enough that I kind of know what's going on with them. Again, though, I wish that's way too much of a gap there. So I think ultimately we're going to need a new. It's a weird gap. I don't know. I'll worry about that later. You get something spinning that fast, you definitely don't want it to make that noise, do that much shaking around. Alright, there we go. And this is the bottom piece. So the top piece will just connect just like this. And then we just latch it on the back. All right, that's it for now.